Alright guys, so this video I think needs a little bit of an introduction. I'm going to try to start doing things a different way. This was the first video I did like this. I got a software where I can effectively slam videos back to back, put in transitions, blah blah blah. I'm still playing with it all, but it's a 5 juice review for Joker card juice. It's a guy, I found him on Facebook, and I sent him a request. He said, yeah, I'll send you sample bottles. So instead of 1 juice per video or 2 or 3 juices per video, I did 5 separate videos, and I'm just going to slam them all back to back in one big long video. My apologies to people that say, hey, you know, you're boring. Get to the point. Dude, if you don't want to listen to one flavor, fast forward to the next one. Sorry. Yeah, let's get to it. Alright guys, how we doing? It's been a little bit of a while since I did a video. I got Vapor's tongue worse than I have in a long time. I haven't been able to actually taste a juice in, God, 2-3 weeks. Hammering hard mints, trying, you know, coffee flavors. I even took like an hour vaping 64 from 5 Ponds, their palate cleanser. God. Ugh. Anyway, I've been sitting on this juice line for shit, probably about that entire time, about 2 weeks now. It's Joker card juice. Now, they've got a 5-bottle list. It's Galliger, Tiltawhirl, Roulette, Psychosickle, and Wasted. The one that I'm going to do right now is going to be Wasted. And if y'all notice this looks a little different, it's because it is. I traded my series box and my Oros for a T8, this Vape Genie Addy, and a Rampage Addy. And as much as people bitch about this T8, I really don't have any complaints about it. The little glitch in the chip doesn't really kick in into about 110 watts, where it just doesn't produce quite right. And I like my dripping right around 95. I put my Arctic dead at 100, so I don't really have any problems with it. The Wasted by Joker Card Juice is a vanilla whiskey, and you can get them. It's jokercardjuice.webs.com. It's $20 plus tax for 30 ml, $60 plus tax for 120. But this vanilla whiskey, it's the cloud production is amazing. It really is. They come in these little glass bottles. I am a little let down. The 30 mils, 120 mils. He sent me little 15 mil bottles with handwritten labels on them. Said he apologized. He just didn't have labels small enough to fit the 15 mil sample bottles he was sending me, which I don't really have any problem with, but it means that you guys can't see the label. So, really, really thick juice to work with. If you look on the page, if I'm not mistaken, it said 98% VG. And I get the idea that's for all of his line. I don't know how he pulls it off. I don't care. But clouds across the line is the best part about the juice. Now, the whiskey is what stands out to me more. And it's a very, very smooth whiskey. There's no punch, no kick, no hardness to it whatsoever. The vanillas are always hard for me to taste. You guys know that. You've seen it many, many times, me trying to, taste a vanilla flavor. Clouds are just epic on it, though. I love the clouds. It stays together even after it starts dissipating. It just dissipates in one big ass cloud. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you're going for a cloud juice, definitely give this one a check on. Just a vanilla whiskey sounds really good if you're gonna vape a whiskey flavor. Um, I just wish I could taste it a little bit more. Hell, drop the ratio, bring the flavor out some more. And just thick, luscious clouds. But yeah, guys, that is wasted from Joker card juice. So I've got to start getting ready for work. I've had 3 days off. I'm gonna go back to work and I'm gonna upgrade to another mod. So when y'all come back and see me do the second bottle from this line, I'll be probably doing it off of another device. Y'all have a good one. How's it going, guys? 2 Foot Giant again. Two things. One, the Doja X2 is fucking amazing. And two, I broke down and got me an IPv4. And I already fixed the screen so that you can actually see it. I am running temperature control, but I figured I would go ahead and start wrapping up the rest of these Joker card juices. The one that I'm going to be doing right now, and granted, this is going to be pigtailed onto the back of the last video that I did, which you're probably seeing about a minute before this, which was the Wasted, which was the vanilla whiskey. This is Tiltawhirl, which is a blue strawberry, or fucking strawberry, blue raspberry. Now, the only thing I can ever think that I knew a blue raspberry from was snow cones. Hot days, little snow cone stands that pop up everywhere. I'm in Houston. I'm in Texas. We get them fucking everywhere. There's one at the end of the damn road that is literally there year round. But yeah, I'm not using the Doja X2 right now because I am running temperature control, and the screws in the Doja X2 are redonkulously sharp, and I just didn't want to piddle with the nickel wire that much. So I am using my Stellaire. I've got 12 wraps, 28 gauge nickel. It's firing off at 30 joules at 430 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's running at a 0.13 ohm coil. So it's actually working right. The first nickel build that had gone on here was made by another guy at work for me. He did it on my Vape Genie, which another awesome atomizer. Little 3-post atomizer, one hole on each side. It's not extravagant. It's 24 gold, plated deck and 510. It's a great little atomizer though. But for some reason, I'm thinking those screws started backing out a little bit. On using nickel for temperature control, you need screws that are really hard. Pretty much everybody tells you use grub screws because they don't back out. I don't have an atomizer with grub screws, so I just grabbed my Stellaire because I know I can just tighten that bastard down. So let's get back to the juice. Again, he didn't have labels small enough, so my apologies. I can't show you the label. If you go to the website, it does look great. You can see the labels on there. So let's give it a go. Obviously, you're not going to see massive, massive clouds off the temperature control because it just doesn't work like that. It does still give off a damn nice cloud and temperature control, though. Using whatever mixture he uses. Like I said, on the website it says 98% VG. It is really thick juice. It's a little less sticky than the 100% VG. Feels like you're working with honey juice that I have had before. Now, this juice I've found, it does morph on you a little bit. The blue doesn't come out that much. I do get raspberry more than anything else in this. But again, flavor is all subjective. It's not one of the ones that I would vape all day long, but if I got a wired hair up my ass and I wanted just something different, I'd go straight to this. It's not a bad juice by any means, but if you're in their area, go into their store, get a sample first. Try it out, see if they have. I'm pretty sure he has samples for you to try on a rack in the store. Try it out first, see if you like it. Lady at work, she couldn't stand it. I mean, it was just, she said it was absolutely horrible. I don't get that at all. It's not nearly as bad as she made it out to sound. But she is a little bit pickier than I am. It's not a bad juice, but it's not one that I would just run out to go get. I do wish both flavors came out a little bit more than they do. But, juice is what it is. He made this juice. He likes it. And that's 9 times out of 10 when a company makes a juice, that's what they're going for. They're going for what they like. If they mix it up and it tastes good to them, they're going to put it out there. And I think I'm starting to go a little dry, because the flavor's starting to wean out. And there it is right there. Check this out. I love this feature. Let it go a little bit. Dry coil, no liquid. That's how you know you've got your temperature control coil done right. And I am going to go through, guys, and put up, because I know I've gotten a little bit of a request for it, I am going to do a here's how to do a nickel coil the right way video. It's really not hard. Once I figured out the basis on how to do it, it's not difficult whatsoever. Let me see if I plug up this one air hole, because I'm only going one coil anyway. Wow, that even muted the flavor. So yeah, you want more airflow on this juice, hands down. It is a high airflow needing juice. So there you go, guys. That is the second half of this video. I might go ahead and just do the whole line, since now I've got an editing program. I'm just going to slam videos back to back to back. So in that nature, I'll see y'all here in just a second. Alright, so I'm back. IPv4 came up to dry coil, no liquid again. And I ran it just a little bit longer to make sure it's pretty damn trustworthy on this temperature control. After that first little hiccup with the other atomizer not holding the wire right, and this one getting down to business, I didn't really understand the whole temperature control thing, but now I'm actually really kind of digging it. it could be just the whole new toy, feature. So the one I'm doing right now, the Joker card juice I'm still on, is Roulette. This one is a cherry limeade flavor. And I honestly think that out of them all, this is my favorite one so far. It's actually pretty damn tasty, if I don't say. One thing I would say about it is you got a cherry, you got the limeade. I do get lime. I really do. It's smooth. It's graceful, if I dare to even say. He could have called it a straight limeade and been perfectly fine. I think the cherry that he put in, he went a little lax on the cherry. It could definitely use a little bit more just to give it that cherry kick. I think of a cherry limeade, I think of going to Sonic. And for y'all, fucking wherever in other states that don't have Sonic, ha! But yeah, it's my favorite one so far. It's not sour. It's not really, really tart. It's all really smooth. Vapor production is dead on with the rest of the line. Right where it should be. I love this temperature control. I mean, you can just pull and 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 pull, and you just don't get a fucking dry it. I do wish it had a pull counter on it, though. That's the one thing that I've yet to get. And I had, of course, my T8 that I traded my series box and my Oros for. It didn't have a pull counter, or it had a pull counter, but not a timer. This doesn't have a pull timer on it either, and I kind of wish it did. But that's about the only thing that I would say, hey, put in this mod that this doesn't have. I mean, even as I'm starting to go dry, I can still get that bite of lime out of it. This one does seem a little bit thicker than the rest of it so far, but I would have to say that the Roulette is definitely my favorite out of the line so far. The ones that I haven't done yet are going to be a watermelon candy and an orange creamsicle. Oh, yeah. Damn good. Even the clouds, I mean, they're not dancing. They're not dense enough to really throw, but I mean, they hang for fucking days. I might jump the temperature up a bit to see. In fact, why don't we go ahead and do that now? Sitting at 430, let's go to 460. Fuck it, why not? Somebody told me, I haven't looked it up, somebody told me that cotton has a tendency to burn right around 418. So when you do your temperature control, you want to start out at like 410 and then work your way up. The temperature does make a little bit of a difference. Not on the juice itself, but the feel of the pull. That temperature does make a little bit of a difference. Let's bump up on the joules themselves and see what that does. I was sitting at 30. Let's go to 40. A lot faster rainbow. So, yeah, guys, the Roulette, the cherry limeade, I mean, out of the whole line, fucking flock towards that one. Be back. Alright, guys, so this one is going to be the Psychosickle from Joker Card Juice. This is the orange creamsicle one. Honestly, I had the choice between doing the orange creamsicle and doing a watermelon candy, and since I'm not big on melons, figured I'd save that one for last. I tend to be really, really sensitive to orange flavors. They normally hit me like a fucking rock. So that's one of the reasons I save this for next to last. That's actually really subtle. Let me turn that temperature back down. It's getting a little too hot. Okay, yeah, this juice specifically seems to be very, very temperature related. That's probably not the word that I want to use, but fuck it. It's my review. It is not as strong as if like you went out to the store and bought an orange creamsicle, but you do get this really creamy smoothie flavor and then a hint of orange behind it. The orange, in my own right, my own mind, the orange probably should have come out into the forefront. I kind of expected this to be more like Scooter Girl from Jason's Juice Joint, which is almost too orangey, but that was about the orange content that I was actually expecting in this juice. Overall, this one is not bad. Again, couldn't vape it all day. Roulette is still, to me, a better flavor. But, you know, like I've said before, everybody else has to. Flavor is subjective. The orange might pop to you. Who knows? I would get, honestly, I think I could say I would get the whole line sent to me. Just so that I could see what I liked better. But I mean, overall, they're not bad juices so far. They're just all pretty subtle. Alright, guys. The Galliger will be next. That'll be a watermelon candy. Alright, guys. Galliger Joker Card Juice. This is the watermelon candy one. And I will say, I mean, right up front, that was my IPv4 file. Fuck. you damn well know it's a watermelon-based flavor as soon as you open that bottle. It hits you like a fucking freight train. That one is a bit stronger. Yeah. It actually does. And this is probably exactly what he was going for. But it does remind me of those little watermelon flavored candies that you get that are actually wrapped in the foil that looks like a watermelon. Little red candies, you bite into them, they're, not like a jelly, not like a cream, but, like a molten candy inside. That's exactly what this reminds me of. Yes, I am working on my O's. I've gotten to the point where I can make O's now. Can't get the density or the distance on them, but I can make them. I'm happy with that so far. Fuck you and your judgment. I guess I need to put a not safe for work warning on this one from, the fuck you part of it, but this one is not a bad watermelon juice at all. It does. It's just, it really does remind me of those little watermelon candies. So that one, I mean, I'll give him props on that one. As far as being on target, it's this one. The Roulette is still my favorite. So, alright, guys. That's it for Joker card juice. So, y'all got to see my pretty little IPv4 with the screen already corrected so that you can actually read it. Note the black version of the IPv4 does not have the mirror screen, but that one I have heard has had the internals melting issues. Just get the fucking silver one, open it up, take the screen off, buff it out, tape off where the screen is, and fucking paint the inside. At least that way when you're outside you can actually see what your screen is saying. When right out the box, you cannot see this screen if there is any sunlight whatsoever. Yeah, the Galliger's not too bad. But alright guys, y'all got to see the IPv4. You got to see my Doge Eggs too, which I'm really happy about. Just a second, on this Doge X2, the company that makes Doge and the company that makes the Mutation X, they kind of decided to get together. So it's a Doge, but you have the Mutation X, 9-hole airflow. But instead of on the Mutation X how you have those straight slits in the airflow, and then of course on the V4 they just brought it out, there's 3 of those slits, so you can run it single coil if you want to. This one actually has this step in it, so that you can actually cut this airflow control down per dot out of these 9 holes. So I've found out that out of all of those holes, I like 4.5 holes gives me my good flavor, my good clouds. I've just been, messing with the temperature control on the IPv4, and this is not for nickel wire. So that's why I'm using the Stellaire more. If y'all do want to see another review where I'm using Canthal, just let me know. Put it in the comments down below. Guys, I don't say this very often, but remember, put in, subscribe. Even if you don't want to get a message every time I do a review, turn your notifications off. Hell, I don't care. But go ahead and subscribe at the very least. Give me some notes about what y'all want me to do. If you want me to, hey, shut the fuck up and get to the point. Hey, joke around a little bit more. I'm not a very jokey guy. That's just me. I'm flat, I'm blunt, I'm to the point. I try to be as informative as possible in my juice reviews, and now that I've gotten to the point where I'm getting a couple new toys to play with, I'll do reviews of the mods and the atomizers. That's why this is kind of Joker Card Juice and IPv4 review all in one. That's about it, guys. Sorry for all of you that do watch my shows on Thursdays. I've been having a little bit of internet problems around my house. I switched over to Comcast, and anytime that more than 2 devices are running, one of them lags, and I don't want to take that chance on my show where we'll be in like mid-conversation and then my broadcast just stops. So I've been taking a break from my shows. That way I'm not, just leaving y'all hanging halfway through a sentence. Again, guys, I do apologize with that. I'm working out the settings in my network, trying to see if it's something on my end, if it's something on their end, the Vapors TV and Hulu servers, because those are where I get the most problems. It's happening on my gaming a lot, too. Guys, I apologize. I am trying to get it worked out. But, every now and then shit happens. And then trying to do all of this while you're trying to buy a house, there's a lot of fucking stress going on. But alright, guys, y'all have a good night. I am going to go back to re-watching Breaking Bad again. I'm sure at the beginning of this set of videos, I had Breaking Bad playing on the TV while I was doing the video. So, that's what I've been doing with my life. Have fun, guys.